we are also talking about is appearance day. This particular chapter describes his appearance day. So let's offer short prayers and then we can discuss. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Bhaktirubhavati Naishtuki. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, Hare Krishna. So, a little bit of background before we begin chapter 18. Chapter 18 is entitled The Lord Vamandev, the Dwarf Incarnation. So, in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the main theme is Manvantaras, various Manus, the activities of the Lord during various Manvantaras has been described. In the 6th Manvantara, Chakshusha Manvantara, Lord appeared as Ajita and also Kurma, turtle, and engaged in the pastimes of churning of milk ocean. That pastime had been extensively discussed. And at the end of that pastime, so the nectar came out, Amrita. But however, Lord Vishnu took the form of Mohini Murti, very enchanting form of a beautiful girl, and distributed the nectar, Amrutam, to only Devatas, demigods. And cheating, thereby cheated the demons. Demons did not get anything. And so the demons became very angry, and there arose a great fight between the demigods and the demons. And the demons have lost the battle because they were very, very powerful, very powerful, because they had just drunk the nectar. So like this, there was a huge fight occurred between them. So in the fight, many demons were killed, including our Bali Maharaj, who was actually heading the demons that time. He also died on the battle. But however, Shukracharya, the spiritual master of demons, he knows this special mantra called Mruta Sanjeevani. By using that special mantra, him, he could revive the demons who died on the battlefield and whose bodily limbs were intact. So, like that, he brought Bali Maharaj back to life. Hmm? And so Bali Maharaj was serving Shukracharya and the Brahmanas nicely, and the you know Brahmanas from Bhrigu Muni, Bhrigu dynasty, they performed a wonderful sacrifice from which from that a special chariot came out, and some weapons also came out. So, and so the Brahmanas blessed Bali Maharaj and very much pleased with Bali Maharaj. The same Bali Maharaj who had lost in the battle before, who had actually lost his life before, has been revived, and he regained immense strength by the mercy of the Brahmanas. Hmm? So now he decided to attack that heavenly kingdom. So when he went to attack the heavenly kingdom, Indra saw, and he said that our old enemy has got a new enthusiasm. And he approached his spiritual master, Bruhaspati, what to do. And Bruhaspati simply said, it's not the time. The time is on their side. Time is not on your side. You will not be able to win. So Bali Maharaj has become very powerful because the blessings of the Brahmanas. So his advice was, Bruhaspati's advice was that you simply leave the heavenly um, kingdom. So without fighting with Bali Maharaj, simply the demigods, uh, sons of Aditi. So the sons of Diti are called Daityas, and whereas sons of Aditi are called Devatas, Adityas. So sons of Aditi, Devatas, demigods, they simply left and they were just hiding here and there. And mother naturally, is very unhappy not to see her sons in the heavenly kingdom, and they were just, hiding in fear here and there. So she was very much um, saddened to see this scene. Um, so um, when Kashyapa, uh, you know, came back from performing austerities, Mother Aditi approached and requested him to provide a solution for this. Um, of course, Kashyapa spoke philosophy, that saying that you are very much attached to your sons, and these bodily relationships won't last long, etc., etc. So he spoke philosophy, Kashyapa Muni. But later he said, better you worship the Supreme Lord, who will, you know, um, provide a solution for this. And he suggested a vow called Payovrata. So Payovrata means, Paya means milk, Vrata means vow. So Aditi observed this ceremony called Payovrata for 12 days, only drinking milk, nothing else. Uh, and worship the Supreme Lord. And the entire process had been elaborately described. uh, but the process consists of mainly worshipping the Supreme Lord nicely, and offering him the nice bhoga, and then you distribute that bhoga to everybody, including the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, devotees of the Lord. And so taking only and subsisting on only milk for 12 days. Mm. So when she completed her Payovrata ceremony, the Lord appeared in front of her. Mm. So, if possible, we will see a picture of this. So we'll see this picture. Mm. So this is the beautiful darshan of the Lord to Mother Aditi. When Mother Aditi saw this beautiful form of the Lord, she actually trembled in devotion, in devotional ecstasy. She could not utter a word. Her throat got choked up. uh, but she took some time. She fell at the feet of the Lord like a rod, and she was in, highest ecstasy possible. uh, and then she offered her prayers to the Lord. Lord agreed to become her son. uh, um, and so we discussed this. Um, Before this, he appeared as a Prushni, Prushni Garbha. Hmm? So, uh, and now this is the second time Lord has agreed. That was previous life, Prushni, Prushni Garbha. For Prushni, that was the previous life of Mother Aditi. Hmm? And this is the second time, and third time he appeared as Krishna to Devaki and Vasudeva. Devaki was Aditi, and Vasudeva was Kashyapa Muni. So Lord had agreed to become our son, and said that uh, do not disclose this information. Keep it very confidential. Mm? And once I appear as your son, I will um, resolve the situation. I will take the kingdom from Bali and hand it over back to your sons. So that was the promise made. Hmm? Within a short time, Mother Aditi became pregnant with Vamandev. Hmm? So when Mother Aditi became pregnant, Lord Brahma came and offered his prayers. Uh, so we were discussing, we were relating this to uh, how when Mother Devaki became pregnant in the prison of Kamsa, all the demigods came and offered prayers to Mother um, um, Devaki. It is called Garbhastuti, offering prayers to this embryo within the womb of the Lord. Sorry, within the embryo within the womb of Mother Devaki. So it is called Garbhastuti. Similarly, so when Mother Aditi became pregnant, Lord Brahma came and offered beautiful prayers to the Lord within the womb of Mother Aditi. So that is the background so far. And now we will see what happens in chapter 18. Okay, we'll read a couple of prayers. So Brahma offered prayers. Okay, so that's from that it begins the 18th chapter. Sri Shuka Uvacha Itam Virincha Stuta Karma Virya Pradhurbabhuva Chaturbhuja Shankagadaabja Chakra Pishangavasa Naline Yatekshanaha. So after Lord Brahma had thus spoken, glorifying the Supreme Lord's activities and the prowess, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is never subjected to death like an ordinary living being, appeared from the womb of Aditi. How did he appear? Chaturbhuja. So appeared in the four-armed form. And what did he hold? Shankha, Gada, Abja, Chakra. Hmm. So, and his forearms were decorated with conch shell, club, lotus, and disc. And Pishangavasa. Pishangavasa. Pishanga means yellow. Vasa means clothes, garments. So, and he wore yellow garments. Nalinaya, Nalinayate Kshanaha, having blooming eyes like the petals of lotus. So, let me read the next verse as well. Shamavadato Jasharaja Kundala Shamavadato Jasharaja Kundala Visholasat Shri Vadanambuja Puman Srivatsa Bhalayanga Kiritakanchi Gunacharu Nupuraha. So the Lord's body's complexion was blackish, free from all inebrities. His lotus face decorated with earrings resembling shocks, hmm, appeared very beautiful, and on his bosom was the mark of Srivatsa. He wore bangles on his wrists, armlets on his arms, and a helmet on his head, a belt on his waist, a sacred thread across his chest, and ankle bells decorating with his lotus feet. So this is how Lord appeared. Hmm. Um, so if you see these two texts, um, this is this is not common. This is uncommon. How many will be born as Chaturbuja, four-armed, and as soon as they are born, they wore dress yellow dress, and not only that, his arms were decorated with bangles, and various ornaments were there. He was holding a conch shell, club, lotus disc. Uh, um, so he was wearing earrings, which are ullasat, very much dazzling. Um, and he wore Srivatsa on his chest. This the sorry, Srivatsa is the mark. Mm. There is a mark of Srivatsa, and he has also got a belt as well, conchi, and not only the belt, kirita, helmet is also there. Uh, so Prabhupada writes in this purport. mm, um, so Lord's uh, birth is it's divyam, transcendental. Janma karma cha me divyam. What does it mean? My appearance and my activities are always transcendental, divyam. Mm. One who understands them that they are transcendental, that they are spiritual, then what happens to them? Tyaktva deham punarjanmana iti mameti. So Arjuna, just by understanding that the Lord's appearance and his activities are transcendental, divyam, one will not take birth again. uh, but mameti, tyaktva deham punarjanmana iti mameti. But where does he go? He comes to me. Mm. This is the uh, mm, and uncommon. These are the uncommon activities of the Lord. Mm. So we appear as per our karma. Lord appears as with his sweet will. As per his sweet will, he appears. He chooses his own parents, place, circumstances like that, and shape, form, all that. So here you see this. Lord also appeared in a similar way when he appeared to Mother Devaki and Vasudev in the prison house of Kamsa. Mm. So and so after that, what happened? Yeah. So let me go and read next. And not only that, he was wearing a beautiful garland of flowers. Mm. And these flowers contained so much honey in them, and they were fragrant also. uh, Contained lot of honey, nectar within them. Because they contained nectar, a large group of bumblebees, they were just um, surrounding them, uh, creating the humming sound. uh, and he also wore a Kaustuba gem. We mentioned about Srivatsa mark, Kaustuba gem on his neck. And so when the Lord was born, there was so much effulgence which vanquished the darkness in the home of uh, Prajapati Kashyapa. So at that time, uh, yeah, before we go there, so when did he appear? He appeared at, this is the Dwadashi, in the month of Bhadra, uh, which is the Shravana Dwadashi, the 12th lunar day. Um, and it's called Vijaya Dwadashi. And this is Abhijit also. Mm. The sun was at its meridian. And so afternoon, exactly at 12 o'clock, in the auspicious movement of Abhijit. Um, so when the sun was positioned at noon, Lord appeared. That's the time. And when the Lord appeared, everything became so peaceful and joyful. The reservoirs uh, and the oceans, various seasons, mm, and living entities from various planetary systems, everyone became jubilant. The demigods, the cows, the brahmanas, and the hills and mountains were also filled with so much joy. And conch shells, kettle drums, pranavas, and anakas vibrated in concert. So the sound of these and various other instruments was tumultuous. So, being very pleased, the Apsarasas from the celestial planets, they danced in jubilations, and Gandharvas sang songs. Great sages, demigods, Manus, and various sages, they offered prayers to satisfy the Lord. Mm. And also they showered flowers on Aditi's residence, covering the entire house while glorifying and praising the Lord and dancing. So, this is how Mother Aditi saw this form. She struck with wonder and was very happy upon seeing the child. And Kashyap was, saying Jai, Jai, all glories in great happiness and wonder. So, the Lord appeared in his virginal form with ornaments and weapons in his hands. Although this ever existing form is not visible in the material world, he nonetheless appeared in this form. Later, in the presence of his father and mother, he assumed the form of a Vamana. This is also very significant. Hmm. Similarly, you know, if we go back to Krishna Lila, Lord appeared in four-armed form, wearing yellow garments and holding various, four, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Chakra, and also wearing so many other ornaments. But later, he was transformed into a little boy, Krishna. Here, he assumed the form of Vamana. Uh, Here it is mentioned mm, uh, Vatu. Vatu means brahmachari. Vamana means dwarf. Dwarf brahmachari, basically. Mm. So that's the form he took. Vamana, a dwarf, a Brahmana dwarf brahmachari, just like a theoretical actor. So, if anybody is ready to read this purport, please let me know. Then I can ask
Hare
someone to
Krishna
read.
Prabhuji, I can
Purna
read.
Mataji, thank you, Mataji. So, if you can kindly read this purport, that would be good. Can you see the purport?
Yes, Prabhuji. The word Nataha is significant. An actor changes dress to play different parts, but is always the same man. Similarly, as described in the Brahma Samhita, the Lord assumes many thousands and millions of forms. Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Ananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusham. He is always present with innumerable incarnations. Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishtan Nanavataram Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu. Nonetheless, although he appears in various incarnations, they are not different from one another. He is the same person with the same potency, the same eternity, and the same spiritual existence. But he can simultaneously assume various forms. When Vamandev appeared from the womb of his mother, he appeared in the form of Narayan with four hands, equipped with the necessary symbolic weapons, and then immediately transformed himself into a brahmachari, Vatu. This means that his body is not material. One who thinks that the Supreme Lord assumes a material body is not intelligent. He has to learn more about the Lord's position. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah. One has to understand the transcendental appearance of the Lord in his original transcendental body, Satchit Ananda Vigraha.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So um, here Prabhupada writes that hmm, an actor changes dress to play different parts, but is always the same. Similarly, Lord is also Lord remains same. And of course, all these incarnations they eternally exist in the spiritual world. We all know that. And here also, Prabhupada mentions that Lord appeared in the form of Narayana uh, and then transformed into Vatu. So this means that his body is not material. Hmm. So Prabhupada highlights and is a Sachidananda Vigraha. So he's got a transcendental body. Okay, so then after that, the great sages present there. So they decided to perform some ceremony. This is called Jatakarma, birthday ceremony, ritualistic ceremonies. And they also decided, because, it directly took the form of, Vatu Brahmachari, they decided to offer the sacred thread as well. Hmm? So, so in that ceremony, different personalities offered different gifts to Vamandev. So let's see. So they did the thread ceremony, sacred thread ceremony. Hmm? So in the sacred thread ceremony, of Vamandev, different personalities made various offerings to him. So firstly, the sun god Savita, hmm, um, sun god name is Savita. He personally uttered the Gayatri mantra, hmm, and Brihaspati, the spiritual master of demigods, hmm, so he offered the sacred thread, that is, and Kashyapa Muni's father offered straw belt. Mother Earth offered him deerskin. Moon god offered the staff Brahma Danda. The brahmacharis, they hold one rod, one stick. And that's been offered by Mother Earth. And his own mother, Mother Aditi, offered him cloth for underwear. And um, heavenly deity of Swarga offered umbrella. Brahma offered him water pot. Seven sages, they offered kusha grass. Mother Saraswati offered him a string of rudraksha beads. The brahmacharis usually they take this rudraksha beads. Kubera offered him pot of begging alms, pot for begging alms, and Mother Parvati gave first alms. mm, Bhiksha. So these were various gifts they offered to Vamandev. So, yeah, what gift we can give to the Lord? What gift you want to offer to the Lord on His birthday today? Am I audible? I hope so.
Sacred thread.
You want to offer Him sacred thread? Anybody else wants to offer Him anything on His birthday?
Heartfelt prayers and obeisances.
Yes. Anything else?
Devotion.
Ourselves
Ours.
as to do more seva.
Yes. So, yeah, Lord is pleased. What does he? How does He be pleased? Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam.
So
Yo me bhaktya prayachati, tadaham bhakti upratamashnaami prayatatmanaha. So, if one offers with love and devotion, a little flower, water, uh, fruit, so Lord will accept it. Uh, so we can offer those things on a birthday. A special sweet, preparation can be offered, and on top of everything, actually simply chanting. mm, Chanting, is our gift to the Lord, and reading about Him, glorifying Him. Just hearing about Him is a gift. Engaging our senses in the service of the Lord. Mm. So, talking about Him, hearing about Him, uh, uh, all these things are a wonderful gift on His special birthday. Mm. Right. So, thank you. And then now, so we'll move on to the next section. So Vamandev then decided to uh, go to the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaj. That is the next section. So after offering, after receiving all these gifts, Vamandev performed worship and fire sacrifice as well, part of the sacred thread ceremony. So um, Vamandev heard that Bali Maharaj was performing Ashwamedha sacrifice under the guidance of Brahmanas of Bhrigu dynasty. So um, he decided to go there, um, and while walking with every foot with his weight, he pushed Mother Earth down with every step. So, although he appeared little, but he was very powerful. uh, he had immense strength. Um, so, when Vamandev appeared there, there was so much effulgence. Let me read that. So when Vamandev was just entering into that arena, uh, then all the priests saw splendor, and their own effulgence diminished. uh, and they were thinking that sun god personally coming or fire god personally coming to see the sacrifice they were performing. Mm. Fire is very effulgent, sun is effulgent, but they thought, the effulgence, because it was so effulgent, so bright, they thought that sun god or the fire god uh, directly coming to see the sacrificial ceremony they were performing. Mm. Um, so they saw him like this. He was holding in his hands the rod, the umbrella, and a water pot full of water. And that's how they saw him. He also wear a belt of straw and wore a sacred thread. There was upper garment of deer skin. And this is what the brahmacharis used to wear, and also had matted locks of hair. Um, and he, with his effulgence, he diminished the effulgence of all the priests over there. And so they all welcomed the Lord properly by offering obeisances. Maharaj Bali, he was there, uh, and he was very jubilant to see Lord Vamandev. Um, and mm, so he saw the beautiful form, and he appreciated the form of the Lord as well. And he offered him a seat with great satisfaction. Mm. Um, so then he said, because you have come here, um, and all, because of your presence and with here, you have liberated all our ancestors. Hmm? And he decided to wash the lotus feet of Vamandev. Um, and it is said, uh, Lord Shiva accepts uh, the water that had emanated from the toe of Vamandev, Mother Ganga. Ganga had touched or washed the feet of Vamandev before it came down, right? So that water that had washed the lotus feet of the Lord, Lord Vishnu or Lord Vamandev, as has been accepted on his head. Uh, Lord Shiva accepted that water on his head. That's why he's called Gangadhar. 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 So one who wears Ganga, or one who keeps Ganga, Mother Ganga. So this water that had washed the feet of the Lord is Ganga. So that had been accepted by Lord Shiva. Similarly, following in the footsteps of Lord Shiva, Bali Maharaj, after washing the feet of Vamandev, he also placed this water that had washed hmm, on his head. He placed the water on his head. So Prabhupada writes here beautiful purport. So Lord Shiva um, is one of the Mahajan. Mahajan is there are 12 Mahajans described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Uh, uh, so these 12 Mahajans are the greatest devotees, the best devotees of the Supreme Lord. And so one of the Mahajans was Lord Shiva. So Bali Maharaj followed Mahajan Lord Shiva, and that's why he also became another Mahajan. So Bali's name is also there in 12 Mahajans. Hmm. So Prabhupada writes this wonderful purport. And what to speak of the Lord, but sometimes Lord also, can you give an example where Lord had washed the feet of his devotees and placed it on his head? Can anyone tell me an example?
Sudama.
Sudama. So this is wonderful. So when Sudama visited Dwaraka, uh, and Lord washed the feet of Sudama, he offered actually his sitting place. He made him sit on his throne, and he washed the feet, and yeah, he placed it on his head and also sprinkled uh, on the heads of his wives. So um, Lord, had actually follows the system of respecting Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Uh, okay, so and after this, Bali Maharaj said that hmm, you have come here to ask something from me. So therefore, just whatever you want to ask from me. Uh, Lord has everything. Yes, Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkinchit jagatyaham jagit. Everything belongs to the Lord. He owns everything. But here he is going to beg something from Bali Maharaj. By begging also is glorifying, uh, actually is glorifying his devotee Bali Maharaj. In this pastime, he is fulfilling the desire of Mother Aditi, who had worshipped him, and is also pleasing the demigods because they are his devotees. Also, is glorifying Bali Maharaj. Although it may externally appear that he's just trying to trick Bali Maharaj and take away the entire kingdom, but actually is glorifying Bali Maharaj. He's telling us that his devotees will not leave his shelter, even when they are chastised. They will not. So in our devotion, we also go through some challenges, some tests. But Lord, through these pastimes, Lord is telling us that we should also look at my devotees, how Bali Maharaj behaved, and how Prahlad Maharaj behaved, how Kunti Maharani behaved. Huh? So that's what my devotees are like. That's how they behave. When everything goes, we can do devotion. That's okay. But when something is wrong, when you are challenged, when you are put into difficulties, then we should do devotion. That is the right thing. When everything is going okay, we may chant, may not leave. But this is what is trying to demonstrate, and is actually glorifying Bali Maharaj through this wonderful pastime. So, pleasing Mother Aditi, pleasing the demigods, and performing wonderful activities, giving us some karma. Janma, karma, Janma, he gave Janma. We talked about his birth, and we are also talking about his activities. Both are transcendental. By doing this, he is giving us these wonderful pastimes, and by giving us these pastimes, they act as panacea. Panacea means cure for all. So they are all when we take this is the medicine for our conditioned life. So he is giving that medicine, and he's also glorifying Bali Maharaj, and to tell us how his devotees will never leave his shelter, even when they are put into difficulties. So here Bali Maharaj is asking, you ask whatever you want. You may take from me a cow, some gold, a furnished house, or palatable food or drink, or the daughter of a Brahmana for your wife. some, if you want some villages, I can give you some horses, elephants, chariots, whatever you desire. I'm ready to offer. Mm. So that's how this chapter ends. So we have completed chapter 18, and so we will continue next week with chapter 19. So in the chapter 19, actually, Lord begs three pieces of land from Vamandev. So yeah, so in summary, um, Mother Aditi performed Payovrata ceremony uh, in this vow, in this particular ceremony. She worshipped the Lord by drinking milk for 12 days. So she was subsisting on milk for 12 days. And she worshipped the Lord, and she offered various nice food preparations to the Lord, and then she offered them to um, brahmanas and devotees and also other people. Mm. So after worshipping 12 days, performing Payovrata ceremony for 12 days, she saw the Lord face to face. Lord appeared in front of her, and she offered beautiful prayers. And Lord had then promised her that he would become her son. Later, she became pregnant, and when she became pregnant, Brahma came and he took this opportunity and offered prayers to the Lord within the womb of Mother Aditi. And then Lord appeared in his original four-armed form as Narayana, wearing yellow garments and various ornaments. mm, all the ornaments, and holding these Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma in his four arms. And he also wore a beautiful garland and, ankle bells. And then what else? He wore a belt as well, waist belt, belt around his waist. Then he has got a Srivatsa on his chest, that the mark. And then he wore Kaustubha jewel around his neck. And he also got mm, um, bangles, and he wore the earrings, which are very much dazzling. Then he wore kirita, um, the helmet also. This is a very uncommon birth. You don't see this kind of birth in this world. And later, he transformed into a brahmana, dwarf brahmana, a brahmachari. Um, and he appeared on this special Tithi, Shravana Dwadasi, 12th day, lunar month, in the month.
It's Bhadrapada, isn't it now?
Yeah, yeah. Shravana is, yes,
Before
Shravana.
that,
Hmm?
this is
Nakshatra.
Bhadrapada now.
Yes, Nakshatra.
Nakshatra.
Yeah, but it is said Shravana only.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. Mm. So, and so appeared at noon, and in the auspicious Muhurta, Abhijit Muhurta. Uh, so then the sages present there, they performed the um, sacred thread ceremony. And in that ceremony, several celestial beings, they offered various gifts, such as sun god, directly uttered Gayatri mantra, etc. So after that, Vamandev, no time wasted. So his mission was to, um, get the kingdom back. So he went to the sacrificial arena where Bali Maharaj was, the priests of Bali Maharaj were performing this special sacrifice, Ashwamedha. And when he entered there, they thought that sun god was personally coming or fire god was personally coming. The Lord was so effulgent, illuminating in all directions, and just like in the summer, uh, what would a little candle do outside? Can you see the um, effulgence of a candle in summer, in the afternoon sunlight? No, nothing. It doesn't work. Similarly, he diminished the effulgence of everyone present there. Bali Maharaj received very nicely, offered him a seat, and glorified him, offered kind words, and praised him. Then he washed his feet and accepted that water that had washed the feet of the Lord on his head, following in the footsteps of Girisha or Gangadhar, and that is Lord Shiva. Then he inquired from the Lord that he understands that Lord is here to ask something, and he asked the Lord to ask whatever he wants. So that's how this chapter ends. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining today on this special day, Vaman Dwadasi. So nice to read this wonderful pastime, and we pray at the feet of Srila Prabhupada and all our acharyas to give all of us the strength to carry on our devotion and engage us in the service of the Lord and His devotees. So thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Vaman Dev ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna
you so much.
Prabhu, thank you.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you so much for continuing to serve us.
Thank
Hare Krishna.
you. Sorry, we took a break, but sometimes a break is needed in the summer.
Was good. Thank you.
Thank you. But good to see all of you today. Very, very pleased.
Hare
Very
Krishna. Thank you,
pleased.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.